show. Yo, welcome to Webb's Network Media Interviews. Special guest in the building. You might have seen him on some shows. I mean, like, hey, I'm a big fan. I grew up with this man. You know what I'm saying? You've seen him on Wild and Crazy Kids, hanging with Mr. Cooper. You know, smart guy. He's a baby boy. He won an award, you know what I'm saying, on the show Barbershop. Yo, Omar Gooding in the building, y'all. How you doing, man?
Man, blessed and highly favored. How about y'all, man?
Yeah, I made a little intro for you. Hold on, I got you.
Come on, intro.
Yeah. Omar coming, yo. Omar coming, yo. Omar coming. Come on. Get out of here, yo. Omar coming. Put that shit down. Say Omar coming, yo. Somebody ain't coming now. Come on, let's go. Yeah.
Both sides.
I'm a huge fan of The Wire, so I was like, we're gonna have Omar Gooding on here. We're gonna be talking this thing. I was like, let me go get the clip when Omar came in to go rob the stash house.
Omar, you know, from The Wire. Hilarious.
From The Wire, yeah.
Hilarious. Shout out to all Omar.
Yeah. So, man, how you been doing, man? There's been a lot of stuff going on. I mean, I understand, you know what I'm saying, here in the world. Like, for me, like I said, personally, like, I grew up watching you. You know what I'm saying? I remember watching Wild and Crazy Kids. Like, that was my show. I remember when you started the pie fight with everybody. You know what I'm saying? That was, like, monumental at the time. Yeah, I was a fat kid. So I was like, they were wasting all that pie. Damn. Like, I was like, I wonder if it was good. But I mean, like, in Hollywood, you know what I'm saying, you've been working consistently. You know what I'm saying? And so how do you keep your longevity going, you know, being out there in Los Angeles?
First and foremost, quality over quantity. The level of know your lane. Put it like that. You don't want to do anything that's too taxing. That's out of your. You found it, huh? That's out of your. Sorry, fellas. That's out of your repertoire. That's out of how you get down. You know what I mean? So you don't have to compromise. Okay, it's a long thing. I'll be talking about this all the time. When people think you have to do certain things, that you have to make it by doing this, or you always have a choice. All right, that's number one. So I make sure that I take roles that, for one, I enjoy doing. Right, that I know that I can execute well, and then I'm gonna have a good time. You know, if you look at the history of how I started, I did a show as a kid called Wild and Crazy Kids. Now, behind the scenes, we were just kind of creeping out of poverty. We had been homeless. You know, I had a star pedigree. My lineage, my father was Cuba Gooding, the main ingredient. Everybody plays the fool, just don't want to be lonely. He had hits in the 70s. I was born in 76. That money was running out. He went to Africa, came back and got blacklisted for going during apartheid and had to restart. So him being from Harlem, my mother from Harlem, my older brother, Cuba Jr., 10 years older than me, and my sister, 11 years older than me, were born in the Bronx. They came out to L.A., and then I was born 5 years later, right? But the roots are in the East. So my father, you know, when the money ran out, he went back home. You know what I'm saying? Which is New York for him. I should say. And we stayed out here. So I was born and raised on the soil. I'm from out here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we had to start. Okay. My brother was in acting before me. I went and picked up a script from him, from his agent, rather. And she saw me and was like, look at this kid smiling and shit. Like, that's the thing about, I don't think about black folk and poverty. It wasn't sadness. Whatever sad. In the hood, go any hood, go any kid that's broke smiling. Go to Africa, these kids got flies on, they smiling. We know how to keep the joy. You know what I'm saying? I was never like depressed, oh, these kids got what I ain't got, none of that shit. I was always smiling, always having a good fucking time. That's why I still love to laugh. And the first show that I was able to book that was able to have my mom not working 2 jobs no more, she became my manager, was Wild and Crazy Kids. So those smiles were genuine. That was just me. I've always been, you know, and it was a summer job at that. So I was still like a regular nigga, or a regular kid.
No, you're regular nigga. Go ahead.
Imagine that kid. Welcome to Wild and Crazy Kids, nigga. That would have been weird. But that was my summer thing. And then I go to school. I never went to a private school. Always went to public schools. Always was well-rounded as far as like people. Like, you know what I mean? I always had black friends, like Mexican friends, white friends. It's very culturally well-rounded.
So growing up in Cali, not to cut you. Growing up in Cali, what part of Cali did you grow up? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. So I was
yeah.
Because we were doing so much moving around, right? I was actually born in Pacoima Hospital, right? Then we moved, but we were staying in Granada Hills, right? Then we went to the high desert, Apple Valley, up there until I was around 10. Then when we came down the hill, we were in Orange County for a while. I mean, I personally lived in LA for a few years. And then, but as a child, I grew up in like the Valley. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So Sherman, I went to North Hollywood High School.
I had I had an opportunity to do a little bit of background check on you, know what I mean? And I see that, I believe it was your grandfather. Was he born out the country? Was he born in Jamaica? I can't remember the exact place it was. I know you had a really good story, a really cool story about your grandfather. I believe it was your grandfather, right?
All right, so to take it back a little bit, yeah, if you want to go that far back, we talk about my father. My father my grandfather on my father's side was named Dudley Gooding. He was a merchant marine who traveled. Now he spoke 9 languages, and his favorite country was Cuba. He actually had a family. He had a wife, and she was pregnant. And because he was a Garveyite, speaking up, orator and speaking out against the government and this and that and the third, he had some beef, and it was like a fucking movie, man. They shot up his house and killed his wife and unborn child. He then went to New York. That's how I say it, because everybody can have the fantasy of I don't know exactly what happened. Who knows? Maybe he went, killed everybody, and jumped on a boat. Maybe he fled. Who knows? All I'm saying is he went to New York and started over, and then he met my grandmother, and their firstborn child was my father, and he named him Cuba. My grandfather's nickname was Cuba. They were like, "Oh, you from Cuba? Here comes Cuba, Cuba." And he was a taxi driver. He wound up around 60 years old. He had a heart attack and drove himself to the hospital and died.
Damn.
And my father was only, I think he was around 12, 13 years old. And, but anyway, they had called him Cuba. That was his nickname, right? Then he named his son Cuba. And then my dad named his son Cuba Gooding Jr. Technically, he would be like the third.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? But anyway, so yeah, the lineage goes pretty far back, but that's all on the East Coast side. I know we had a lot of different questions, so we kind of jumped around a little bit, so I want to answer them accordingly.
Yeah. Let me ask you a question. Back in the 90s, like there was a lot of black shows back then. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, a lot of them. Like, I even forgot that you were on Hanging with Mr. Cooper. You know what I'm saying? I remember I used to watch that show. You know what I'm saying? The only episode baby. Yeah, the only show I remember, the episode I remember is when he was they're doing a commercial about him being, because he always wanted to be a basketball star in the show.
Yeah.
They did the show about him, where they made him look bad in the commercial, and then they fixed it. But I mean, do you feel a discrepancy? Because I remember back in the day, dude, there was hella black shows, and now there's not. You know what I'm saying? It's mostly, excuse my language, it's a bunch of fuck shit. You know what I'm saying? And so, do you know what happened? Like, why is it like that now?
No, but I can tell you how it shifted. Well, I won't say how it shifted, but I definitely felt the shift. I mean, there was an era of 90s television, the TGIF Friday, the good old days, black sitcoms, where we were really winning as far as on television and popularity. But everybody always wants what's on the other side of the fence. Like, actors want to be rappers, and ball players want to be rappers, and so forth and so on. But in TV world, we always want to be movie stars. Yeah. So we wanted to cross over to be in these major film productions, but we were never taken seriously because we were that funny guy from the TV show. You know what I mean? So there was a huge stigma on it, and not many of us were able to shake it. I was fortunate enough to have somebody have my back who believed in me and decided to say, let's put him into something serious and show the world that he has another side to him, and that's R.I.P. John Singleton. Right?
Yeah.
But you got people like Jason Weaver who had to kind of fight through that, and you had Malcolm Jamal Warner, R.I.P., who had to fight through that and then show that they had another side to them, So every time I think about the 90s sitcom, I think about that box that we were put in, I mean, look at Jaleel White. That's it. It's Urkel.
Yeah, it's
take the glasses on, off, it don't matter. You Urkel, brother,
So like even growing up with being a child star, how did that affect you? You lived in Cali at the time, I would assume, right? Absolutely. So growing up in Cali, you one of us. At the end of the day, you one of us. So you dealing with people who look like us. How does that affect you going to schools like that? 'Cause I know how Cali is. They rob and they doing whatever they're gonna do to you in Cali. They're gonna treat you how they're gonna treat you and try to extort you if they can.
Yeah. I mean, out here, like when I travel, people go, "Oh shit," they're more shocked to see celebrities because they're not used to it. Out here, we're used to it. Yeah. Well, even growing up And in the schools, oh, that's such and such daughter, that's such and such son. Yo, his daddy's a producer. Oh, he's a star. He's doing it. Blah blah blah. I went to school with a couple people that made it. You know what I mean? And it was never really a fucking thing. You know, for me, I always hung around cats that were like-minded individuals. I didn't hang out with Hollywood people. You know what I mean? Like if I was out in the streets, if I met somebody, it's either on some music shit or on some gangbanging shit. You know, and it's just that's where they were from. So I was kind of from there as an affiliation, association wise. So like, you know, if there was something popped off, you just handle your business, right? But it wasn't this era to where it was like they put a camera on me while I'm trying to catch this head up fade and shit, and now you didn't fuck the bag off. Like, you know what I mean? Like the niggas around me understood the assignment, you know, and that's these are the ones that I'm still with today. I'm looking at one right now. These are the cats I grew up with, you know, that dude, we gotta this my nigga, we gotta protect the bag, so to speak. But I was always an alpha male type of nigga. So if something pop off, I'm jumping in the front line at the same time. And out here we was respect. We grew up with hands. Like it shouldn't have been like the Baby Boy movie shocked people that didn't know me. You know what I mean?
It shocked me also too, because like you brought it up before, like even like you and Jason, like Jason Weaver, he's on The Shy right now, you know, and it's like when I saw you in Baby Boy, I was like, wow, that's so far away from, you know, what he's used to doing, but you played the hell out the role, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
the role itself too, the evolution of it. I mean, I've told this story a couple times, but you know, let me kind of break it down in a different way. I mean, I kind of told you how I grew up and who I grew up around, right? Yeah, affiliation is, and I mean, I have friends. Most of my friends were Crips, but I have some very close blood friends, Pyru friends, like, you know, so that really wasn't so much that as it was.
It's always
like,
going to be
that. Into it.
It's always,
you know what I
mean?
mean?
That, though.
You know, at the end of the day, you know what I mean? Like, I would get into shit and we would handle our business, but then the like retaliation side of it, I couldn't be a part of. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They're like, all right, you got down or whatever the case was. I mean, I'm an incident. I was me doing my thing. It was an after Smart Guy, and it was before Baby Boy. And we went to a house party, and a bunch of little niggas got up. Oh, where you from? Blah, 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 blah. We squared off, we scrambled, whatever, blah, blah, blah. One of my partners fell. I had to hold him. The ambulance came, blah, blah, blah. They went to go do their thing. I could be a part of it. You know what I'm saying? And then I get this script where I'm the nigga that they call. Whew, I get to be that nigga. Like, come on, man. But I had so much energy. I was so like 24 years old. John Singleton calls me. I'm about 260. You understand me? And he's like, hit the gym. I've seen about 3 months. 3 months later, at 24 years old, I was 230. There was nothing. You know what I mean? Shaved my head. I was like, what's happening, man? And I had the look, the vibe. What? Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Went through the whole audition with him. And he said, yeah, you look good, man. Sounds good. All right, cool. Thanks for coming. I didn't hear nothing for a month. A whole month. I didn't think I got the shit. Then I got a phone call that said, yeah, man, you booked that Baby Boy movie. And I was like, really? Okay. So then I was all cocky again. Like, yeah, I got it. I figured I had it down. And then John Singleton knew how to motivate, humble. And he said, now some of us got to step it up. Look me right in my face in front of everybody. And they said, see y'all tomorrow. I was like, what? So then that just that put another fire in me. And it had me focus and lock in, but I still wasn't there. Now I give a shout out to Big Cat from 6 Crib. He was one of the people that were kind of hands-on, kind of like, okay, this is authentic, this is not kind of thing. And, you know, I remember the nigga took me to his hood and he was just like, straight up, man, you be a weenie, it's going to be a fucking problem if some shit pop off. I was like, nigga, weenie? What? Like, you know what I'm saying? So it wasn't just that, but he was like, you're doing a lot of screaming. You yelling, ah! It's like, nigga, real niggas don't yell and do all that shit. Nigga, calm that shit down. And it turned into me internalizing it. And it's like, how do I say this shit with my mouth not open? Like, close your fucking mouth, nigga. Now talk. You know, and my mama for some money, and that's what it turned into. Me trying to have all this while controlling it. So every episode, every scene,
not to cut you, but you like that. You don't even know how many niggas you influence with that whole entire. You influence a generation. You know what I'm saying? I'm watching casual saying like I think I'm playing games. I watched it happen.
I like what
man.
you're saying. Hey man, I like how you said that. And the thing is, after I finished the film, it felt like the opposite. Not that I influenced. Like when I think of influence, I think of ministers.
Oh, look like we lost him for a second.
Time.
What you said?
You good?
You good. My fault. I should have put this shit on Do Not Disturb.
Do your thing.
But when I think of Menace to Society, it seemed like all of them like young gangsters came from that old dog era. Like that seemed like he influenced a lot of them. But this is what it seemed like. with
which is sad. That's pretty sad too with the old dog stuff.
I mean, it just, you know what I mean? Because it was violent. You couldn't. That's what that affected.
People was already like this though.
They was already like this.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like it just
when you see
turned them up.
Sensationalized, it turns them up. Now they're like, yeah, I'm old dog now. And they're like, yeah, niggas was like that, but it wasn't like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, they had somebody to look at. You know what I'm saying? That's
that part.
It really pushed the West Coast feel. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, a lot of times they have movies that was really about the East Coast, about other places. Like I was born in Ohio. You know what I mean? Then I moved out here to Washington when I was like 10 years old. So it influenced the West Coast feel. It gave the world what the West Coast is like. You know, this is what real, you know what I mean? And that was something, good or bad, you did it. You know what I'm saying? And everybody loved you for it. Don't get it twisted, man.
What I was getting at though, just to complete the thought, is that when I finished the movie, what I kept getting, I was getting approached by niggas that, well, I shouldn't call them niggas, I should say brothers that went through the system, came out and was trying to rehabilitate, but kept getting shut down.
Yeah.
Like, I know I'm a criminal, I know I'm a felon, I know I did what I did, but shit, I'm trying to do better. And they're like, nah, that's just who you are, so fuck you. And they weren't getting a chance. And they've never seen that on screen. You've never seen that until this.
Because your character got saved. Yeah, he got saved.
I mean, not even so far to say, but just him just trying to sell the dress and shit, blah, blah, blah. And he still do what he got to do. And he had his redeeming qualities. Yes, he got saved instead of getting shot or something else, or the retaliation shit. But
I mean, you did kill Snoop Dogg in the movie. So I
did kill Snoop. Yeah, they saw Baby Boy Part 2. Like, he gonna be in. Sweet ain't gonna be in. Dead. Nigga, they rolled up on this nigga. This nigga, they had to get him.
He said, "Boss,
boss, nigga." I ain't.
Hey, so as far as like even with like John Singleton, you know what I mean? Like it's like a major influence on our culture, you know what I mean? Like, what was he like? You know what I mean? Like he just had, he got Snowfall, he got so many other different movies that he came out with, but that was the last thing I think he was really working on was Snowfall.
I don't think I've really told this like this before. Now, to tell you who John Singleton was from the outside, not being him and just being a person that knows him, I think you would have to ask Tyrese. Okay. Tyrese and him were close. Me and Tyrese weren't close. Me and John Singleton weren't close. I had working relationships with them because we were different types of niggas. It's just that simple. I can say it's because it is. He was that or I was that about it. But I was like, look, bro, I'm trying to do my job, get the fuck on. They all wanted to hang out and do that shit. I'm like, fuck hang out. You come to my crib if you want. We're over there shooting dice, smoking weed, just being real niggas. Right? If you want to come fuck with that. Nah. We want to go somewhere kind of cool and da-da-da. That just wasn't their vibe. So I couldn't tell you like how he was as a person. But I do know that he grew up out here, but he wasn't the guy. You understand me? When he got the power to be that guy, he knew all the guy's story.
Yeah.
He could tell that story. So like I had a real close friend of mine, man, who said, man, I was mad. I met John and he just kind of played me to the side. And I was just like, yeah, well, he wasn't very social like that. He was kind of socially awkward. He was a little, how you doing? That's really what he was. For lack of a better word, without talking bad about somebody who's passed on, but he was a nerd. And he
genius,
went to film
at the same time.
He's a genius. Yeah. And he could soak it all up and he knows everything around him. Yeah, and I don't mean say nerd in a bad way. I'm just saying he was book smart and he went to college and he came back and then he made movies of what he saw, what he grew up. He was very knowledgeable about it. And he had a story. He had a message in every single one of his stories that somehow get overlooked. My brother played the role of the guy that got out of the car. If more guys got out of the fucking car, they'd still be here. You understand me? Yeah. He's crying. He's got this shit. Boom, boom, boom. My character shoots the nigga, and they like, you had the good character. Yeah, but Tyrese's character was the one that saw himself and didn't pull the fucking trigger. You know what I'm saying? There's messages in all his movies, but a lot of time they get overlooked. The man was,
I met John Singleton once. We live here in Washington, and so his uncle went to my mom's church. And so he came there one time. And so after church is over, all the parents is pushing the kids. My baby can act. My baby can do that.
Hey, I know you had a scene with Ving Rhames. I know you talked about it before, but what really happened with the scene with you and Ving Rhames? Like when y'all kind of got, what's the real story on that?
So this is what happened. It's just how I told it. I mean, I can only tell it the way it was. But from my perspective,
absolutely,
and I can tell it from both perspectives, bro, because he was an established actor. He was one of the people that were put into this movie to be an anchor because our lead has never really acted before. You understand me? So they surrounded him with solid actors. Taraji, phenomenal. Everybody had a movie, phenomenal, right? Tyrese found up, he held his own, and then I believe he got better as an actor, in my opinion. But he still did his fucking thing in the movie, right? Because he was surrounded by solid motherfuckers. Now, again, I kind of briefly told you about my journey in the evolution of Sweet Pea, where I thought he should be like this. If I didn't get no direction, it'd have been probably a lot less believable, but still just kind of raw, but whatever. It wasn't until he locked in and shut the fuck up and he was like, oh, that's a real nigga, right? But the evolution of it was, we had a rehearsal, and John Singleton, during his rehearsals, he would give us like little exercises. I wasn't really big on the exercises as far as, all right, we do this, we go through this scene, I give you words, you take this word, you do this, and blah, 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 little acting exercises. And I was just kind of lazily going through them. And then he called me out and said, nah, step that shit up. The next day I was on fire. I had something to prove. No alcohol, no liquor, no like drug, no shit like that. I was just locked in like, oh, I'm gonna show these niggas. They're gonna try to embarrass me. Watch this. So that whole day I was just on fire. First things up. All right, we need one actor to sit in the middle and everybody's gonna ask him questions. Who wants to go? I'm like, me. I sat down and read, let's go. All right, so everybody stay in character and just ask him questions. John starts recording, doesn't say shit else for the rest of the day. He's just recording. He'll just shout out, all right, let's do this. And then keep recording, never says cut. So we start the scene, or start the exercise, whatever. And whatever anybody said, I'm jumping on their head. What? Nah, yeah, because I was supposed to be there. I'm making up shit, just random shit. Don't even make no sense. Like, motherfucker, you still owe me that $10 to bet. What's wrong with you? She said, nigga, I owe you no money. Nigga, what's wrong with you? You know what I'm saying? And we all just kind of going back and forth, but I'm on everybody's head. Anytime, I'm about to call him Melvin. Anytime Ving said anything, I hopped in his face. What, nigga? Fake ass, muscle ass nigga. Fuck you, nigga. I'm just extra. Jumped on him. We fell on the bed and I'm wrestling. I'm talking shit. What, nigga? I'm barking. Like, I don't think they expected it. So I caught him off guard a lot of times. But as any real nigga, he reached the boiling point. You know what I mean? He had enough of this nigga barking and yapping. Now, it's the perfect time to tell this story because I told y'all where I grew up and in relation to where LA is and in the valley and shit like that. I'm getting mentored. The dude that we kind of shadowing is by a nigga from 6-0 Crip, right? Yeah. So we're in the scene, or we're in the rehearsal, so to speak. And he's like, he had enough. He jumps on my face and says, fuck you, little nigga. Where you from? I said, nigga, I'm from 6-0 Crip. He said, no, you ain't, bitch. You from the valley. Right? So when he said that shit, I kind of looked around and shit. I remember I looked down at AJ Johnson that played the mom, and I kind of looked at her and she gave me like that Harlem Night shrug, like, what you gonna do, nigga? And I looked back up at him and I said, bang, bang, nigga, you dead. He said, bitch, them ain't no guns. Slapped my hand, picked me up, body slam, bam, right? And for the first 5 seconds, I was a strong 24-year-old nigga. Like, what, nigga? You ain't this nigga, you ain't shit. Ain't nobody yell cut nothing. We wrestling this shit. And I'm like, you ain't strong, you ain't tough. And before you know it, I can't move my arms no more. And this nigga done put his man strength on me, nigga. And he's locked down, and I don't know if he about to just hit me for real, whatever case, but it was coming up, and I wiggled my hands free, and I grabbed his forehead and kissed him and cut, nigga. And he got up. No one laughed or anything. It was just one of those, yeah, good shit. We got up, I'm breathing. I'm just like, yeah, okay. And John Singleton then finally was like, all right, good job today, guys. Okay, see you guys tomorrow. And then left. And I was just like, And Ving walked over to me and said, damn, nigga, what you take? Acting classes overnight? And I was like, well, you saw him call me out yesterday. He's like, yeah, good shit, nigga, keep that up. And that was it, man. And that was the turning point for me. Like, it was like, that's how you lock in. You know what I mean? And John was a G, man. John was just like, yeah, go ahead. Hit him. If you're going to hit him, that's how you feel. Fuck that little nigga.
Speaking of you and Ving Rhames, right? So, I mean, let's get into this controversy. So Cam was on his show, right? And it seemed like he was watching Baby Boy. Because he had said something about Ving Rhames and he said something about you, disrespected your name. You know what I'm saying? He was speaking about black actors and, saying you made a couple tracks about him. And then when I watched Cam, because I've been watching it go on, you know what I'm saying? Like, I keep up with most stuff. And like, when he said something about Ving Rhames, I was like, Ving Rhames is out here getting Arby's money. Like, what is he talking about? You know what I'm saying?
Am I Mission Impossible 13 and shit? Now, this is
you know what I'm saying? And you're out
clever. Here's the interesting part, brother. Now, I was seeing if you were going to mention it or not, but I'm gonna clarify it up. It wasn't that he was watching Baby Boy, or maybe, I don't know. I can't get into that nigga's head completely because I'm just not quite. We two entirely different type of niggas. But we did a movie together, the three of us, called Percentage.
Yep.
Percentage is a movie, and let me break all this shit down for y'all right quick. So, my agents called me and they said we got this movie offer in. It's called Percentage. It's starring. I think they mentioned that Ving Rhames was in it. They said Queen Latifah is the producer, but she also has, she's actually half the producing team. She's got Flavor Unit, and Cameron, the rapper, has the other half of it. So the both of them are the executive producers on this, and they're splitting everything down the middle. So you can get half your payment from her, half your payment from him. So for those on you, so for the four, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, okay, I remember him, Rico, and what's the name? Yeah, this is gonna be dope. And I was like, yeah, but they want you to play like his partner, kind of like an East Coast baby boy. You know what I mean? I was like, here I go again, trying to save the rapper nigga and make the nigga look like an actor type of thing. That's what I'm kind of thinking in the back of my mind. But the nigga was cool, and we had a good fucking time out there. We did like 2 weeks. Let me see. I think it was a little over 2 weeks. My pay was probably somewhere around 15, 30,000, something like that for like a couple of weeks worth of work, right? So let's say, and it's Miami, you know what I mean? So we out there in Miami, we do our thing, boom, boom, boom. Movie's done, does what it does, went to Netflix, blah, 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 blah. So flash forward, he's having this conversation now, many years later, with 50 Cent. Now the niggas work with me. I've always been rapping too. That's another thing. Always. This motherfuckers talk about, oh, you got bars, it sounds kind of decent. No, nigga, I've always been spitting. I've always been that nigga in the group of niggas that spit. Like, you know what I'm saying? If it's a group, I go last. You know what I'm saying? Either I'm in the beginning of the song or I'm at the end of the song. Like, that's just it. Like, let me just keep it a buck with y'all. So at the time we were filming, I even hit up Cam. I was like, yo, man, nigga, you know what I'm saying? I spit too, nigga. And he just kind of like, oh, yeah. Send me some. Take my email. I'm like, all right. So I sent him something. So on the next day on set, and he looked and he said, yeah, man, what's up? So you hear that you play that shit? And he said, yo, I was shocked. Right? And I didn't take that as a diss. I understand what he said. He's like, I didn't expect that shit from your ass. I was shocked. That shit wasn't bad, nigga. I was like, cool. I'm gonna send you a track, nigga. Let's get busy. And I sent this nigga a monster, nigga. I was like, whoa. Every day I'm like, you know, no, I don't press niggas. I've worked with Snoop Dogg and fucking Jeezy. I've worked with a lot of motherfucking rappers. Rappers feel certain kind of way. I haven't censored myself in a while, but I'm gonna be careful here.
Nah, don't censor nothing, man.
I've worked with a lot of rappers, nigga, that know I can get down. And I think because it's hip hop, because it's rap, they go, let's weigh the pros and cons here. I get on the track with this nigga and he body me. I got bodied by an actor on my own track. No, thank you, pass. It's been happening my whole fucking rap career. You know what I'm saying? And I've had, deals and shit. And right before Pac died, we were signed to QD3. We had a group and all this stuff. And then he died. And because it was Quincy Jones and he was supposed to marry his daughter, a lot of little things just so far didn't happen and worked out, whatever. But any fucking way. So I remembered that shit, but that's fine. Still in all, Cameron knows who I am. And he knows my fucking name, right? So when he's having this conversation with 50 Cent and he goes, yeah, so it's amazing how you got actors like Ving Rhames and Omar Gooding Jr. Now pause it right there. Pause, his favorite word. He just mentioned two actors out of the blue. Like, why? Was he watching Baby Boy? No, he worked with us.
Yeah, absolutely. That's where it came from. That's where it came from.
So that's why I'm kind of answering the long-winded way of answering how that came about. Now, when he called me Omar Gooding Jr., I've had it happen before. Now, I also do stand-up comedy, which came to fruition because, for one, I'm a funny now. I love having fucking fun. I love laughing, blah, blah, but I always respected stand-up comics. Like, I'm never going to try that shit. But then this fucking actor strike came. Everything slowed down. I just signed a deal with Disney for a show called Saturdays. We filmed it out in Chicago, learned how to skate, all this. Fun of all. You about to be the next Disney dad. Y'all see all the Disney shows run for like 10 years. I'm like, yeah, woo, it's good. The bag was empty. You know what I'm talking about? Actor strike came. Shows were getting canceled left and right. So, and everything dried up. And it was just like, well, you probably need to just kind of sit back and think of something else. So I'm not going to sit back on shit, nigga. I'm going to hit the road. So I hit the road, took a couple little thing, boom, boom. Then I started doing comedy. Then it quickly escalated because I have a name. So motherfuckers were showing up to see my stand-up because I'm Omar Gooding from Baby Boy. They didn't give a shit about the fact if I'm funny or not. They just want to come get an autograph. And it was just filling up shit. Then I got funnier, better. And I start headlining like immediately. But one of the things I talk about is how there ain't no junior on my last name and how the fucking people, it's one of my jokes that I use and so forth and so on. So right when I heard this interview with him and 50, I was just kind of like, opportunity. You know what I mean? I'm going to go ahead and not only, and I kind of took it slow. I put the shit on my page and I just said, hey, would you take this shit wrong? If a nigga not only says my name wrong, that knows my name, maybe he just slipped up. Like, I get it. Robert Downey Jr. and his brother's name is Thomas. That must be Tommy Downey Jr. Like, nigga, that's not how juniors work, nigga. That's not how it fucking works. But I get how it can happen, right? So that wasn't no big deal. But the part for him to say that I just sit around waiting for a motherfucker to give me work, let alone a rapper. And when I say let alone, this is the other big misconception about actors. Yes, we make a lot of fucking money, right? But we don't work constantly, right? You get one job, it's a monster. How much? Damn. That's funny. Every time we try to say, I only paid the nigga that, half the niggas go, oh, that's crazy. Only. You know what I mean? Like, nigga, they got that much. Yeah, nigga, so what we get. But you always got to have the next job. You always got to do this. Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, absolutely.
He got in his feelings because I went ahead and dropped a record on him. Because first of all, I'm a rapper. I'm an MC. Like MC, not a rapper. I'm an MC. I got lyrics. I got bars. I'm a thinker. I'm from the era where, you know, I like to dissect what a nigga said. I love clever lines and shit like that, and entendres and fucking metaphors. That's just where I come from. So that's like, if you ain't gonna do something that's gonna move the needle and take hip hop to the next level, then shut the fuck up. Don't make a record just to have everybody dancing. No, nigga, I like to say something, right? So I think, you know, right off the bat, I wrote 2 songs. One was very disrespectful, and I'll never put it out. The other one was the one that I released as my first song.
Why won't you put it out?
Because it's disrespectful for no reason. I'm talking about. No, I'm not gonna say that. But I went there just in case. It was one to have in the chamber in case he responded. I was like, you respond, cool, nigga. Let's go here. But I said, let me hit him with one. I picked a beat that sounded kind of like a Cameron type of beat, and I just gassed. And when I got done gassing, I had it in the chamber, but I wasn't gonna release it until the nigga said something silly, and he said a comment. I said, all right, cool. Now I'm gonna release it. So I released it. And he commented again and said, ha, ha, nigga, I don't want no smoke. Ha, 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 ha. I'm like, what's wrong with the ha, ha, ha's, nigga? You think it's funny? Okay, let me go a little deeper. Let me get another beat for my nigga DJ M80 and let me gas a little bit. Let me really kind of go off and show the nigga I can snap. I'm going to show him wordplay. I'm going to show him cadence. I'm going to show him delivery. And I'm going to give it to him. Now, it was the teeth.
It was the teeth comment that got
there was probably some comment. There was probably some teeth comments. There was a lot of teeth comments in there.
A lot of teeth
comments. And it's funny too. It's funny in this era that we live in with hip hop, and not even just hip hop. The era we live in with social media. My DMs are crazy, nigga. People hit me up and say all type of shit. Oh, you should talk about this. You should tell the nigga that. And I'm like, yeah, relax. I'm not doing all that shit. I'm just trying to make my point as a comedian and a rapper and push, you know, the business forward, right? So then I guess he felt some kind of way, and then he did a freestyle, you know. And now honestly, he did one clapback where he said he explained it on his show, and then after he finished explaining it, one of the niggas was like, yeah, Omar's doing a show in Bakersfield. And right off the top of his head, he went, yeah, no, that's what he does. He does like bowling alleys, restaurant, barbershops. Nigga, I fell off the floor laughing. I was like, that's some funny shit. And I gave it to, I said, nigga, that was fucking funny. I'll give it to you. Yeah. But I'm still doing a part 3 now off of that. And I did another one. But the thing is, I started getting into my West Coastness. And I said West Coast, like at the beginning of it, and I said some shit about, you know, I never want to start no East-West shit. That shit, that's not what I want to be a part of, period, right? But I'm just like, it's me against him. But if I'm repping, if I'm getting down, nigga, that just is what it is.
Hey.
Everybody that I played it for at the time took it the wrong way and kept saying, what, you trying to start East-West? So I took the shit down, right? Thought the beef was over. This nigga goes on vacation. We do this whole movie thing, which we get into next. But he does the whole movie situation and then comes back. It's like, yeah, nigga, you still want to get going, huh? Wild and Crazy Kids. And again, I responded. And even the response was everybody's like, oh, yeah, Omar's unbothered, blah, 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 blah. And then I reposted the 3 that I had taken down. I didn't make that fresh. I had that shit in the tank. That's why you see it's like 3 months old. Yeah. So when I put that shit up, it got so much attention. Now everybody's hearing it like, damn, Omar can really fucking spit. Where this nigga been hiding this shit? I'm like, I ain't been hiding. It's just, you know, kind of is what it is. And luckily I have another career that keeps me busy as fuck. So that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? Now, as we slide into how it evolved into this movie thing, I'll say this on camera, look right into the motherfucker. Yeah, nigga, you got me. That was pretty fucking good. The way you got me was calculated, and which was pretty good, because this is what happened. There's 2 things about it that I want to talk about. For one, we did percentage together. When we did percentage, let me talk about this real quick. You ever have somebody where you meet some people, right? And you introduce this person to this person, and then they go off and do some shit, and then they get into some beef. And then they come back at you like, you introduced me to him. And they're like, I ain't got nothing to do with that. You shouldn't. I didn't tell you motherfuckers to do business. You should have asked me and I would have facilitated it, right? Yeah. So, right, having everybody. So the person that did percentage, later on, we just kept, you know, communication. We did another thing here. You wanted me to do like a commercial. Did the commercial for him for this, you know, some local type of shit. It's under the table type of shit. You know what I mean? Just keeping it a buck. But it's like, yo, we got this. We only need you for a day. Just blah, 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 that type of thing. We had a cool relationship. Then he introduced me to another dude. And this other dude, same type of thing. I need you in my movie. Can I get you for my movie? Like, trying to use the favor thing. You know what I mean? Like, yo, but that's how I know you from him. And is that cool? Like, all right, nigga. We did it. Bam, 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 bam. Now, what I didn't connect the dots till later, it was like the ending of a movie when the shit came out and shit had my titties and my stomach. I was watching it all going, oh, now that fucking makes sense, nigga. Hey. These niggas all know each other. Hey, right?
Being a street nigga like you is, did you see this could have went any way? This could have went left. He could have had it go all the way left if he really wanted it to. You know what I'm saying? Did your spidey senses tingle even a little bit? You know what I mean? When you was out there?
But I mean, because this is the thing. This is the thing I want you to understand. So the only way he was able to pull this off, it was genius because it was a friend of a friend. And even to this day, like immediately I called the nigga that the other director was like, word, nigga. He's like, I had no idea. I didn't know. I got money from a guy who was anonymous. I'm like, yeah. It's all right. It was all right, nigga. It's all right. And then I hear them playing where you see him talking and there's a nigga laughing. I'm like, you don't think I know what a voice sounds like? Nigga, that's you on the phone. And he's like, no, that wasn't me. I promise. I'm like, all right, nigga, it's fine. All's fair. When you start a war on some street shit, you expect any fucking thing. I carry myself how I carry myself. I know how to protect myself. That's why. This was a situation, right? It was beautifully orchestrated, I'm telling you. Everything was set up. Was there some flags? Sure. Now, I talked about this somewhere, so I'm going to jump on this real quick. You're never forced to do anything, period. If you're an actor, here's the script. You have to do it. No, nigga. We talk about what happened to those poor Nickelodeon fucking kids, and the parents couldn't go in the room. What you mean can't go in the room? You ain't taking my child no motherfucking where. Hell no. My mama would shit. Miss Gooden, Omar's got to go over here and you can't come. No, fuck out of here, nigga. I'm gonna see what my son's doing. Fuck that, right? So, but they think some people fall for the misconception that you kind of have to do shit. You have people that do roles or take roles that are outside of their character. They compromise if they think this is their big break. What if it's written like this? I have to say this line. Fuck no. Make it your own. You understand me? So here's the thing. So the director sends me the script, and it was like, first of all, it wasn't a character name. It said Omar. It said Omar and then Rago and some other guy. So all the Omar shit was like, we walk in, it's a drug deal. These niggas want to bet. I place the bet, and then I lose the bet, and I lick the bottom of a shoe. I said, nigga, what the fuck is this? And he goes, you ain't got to do that shit. I'll find something else. I said, I know I ain't got to do that shit. I'm just letting you know, nigga, we'll figure something out when we get there. When we get there, he's like, all right, so you aren't gonna do the shoe? Okay, how about you take your shirt off and you do push-ups? And I'm like, take my shirt off. Nigga, I have a tank top on and I can do some push-ups. It's like, all right, push-up and jumping jacks. I said, nigga, roll the camera. So we start rolling the camera and he goes, you see the line. He goes, are you doing push-ups and jumping jacks? And I tell the nigga in the scene, nigga, I ain't doing no fucking jumping jacks, but I'll do push-ups. I said, what you want? 10, 20, bet. And then they said, you don't have to do all the push-ups. Just go down and start doing this and we'll go up. I said, no, I said 20. I'm going to give you 20. So every time we did the take, we probably did about 6 times. I did 20 push-ups. I hopped up. And I'm getting more and more character, so I'm really into it now. I'm sweating. It's fucking Miami, so I'm sweating. And we get through it, and they were like, damn, you did like 20 things. But anyway, there's things that happened later that I thought about it. The nigga before I got there, the nigga that said he had no idea this and that and the third, was like, do you speak Spanish? And I said, poquito, or muy poquito is what I text him back. That's what I said. And he goes, oh, okay, just asking. So then flash forward when the camera's like, they was all talking about you in Spanish, nigga. I went, oh, I hit the director. I said, so that's why. He was like, no, it was coincidence. It was part of the script. I said, all right, motherfucker. All right. But like you said, though, it could have got bad, and we would have just had to see what a nigga was made of. It was a room full of motherfuckers in there. And if they would have been like, if it was, I don't know what to say if it was me, but if that's how you felt, and if this was like a beef like that, sure. Yeah. To me, it was, nigga, I'm rap beef, nigga. Think about the lyrics that I did. How disrespectful was it, nigga? Everybody know you got your mouth fixed, nigga. That wasn't like I was exposing the shit that I've been told about the nigga. It was just,
you heard about how they did Biggie, right? How E40 did Biggie, how he had Biggie go out to like Oakland or somewhere like that for a show. He paid for the whole show. Yeah, I guess he paid for this is just about you, but he paid for a whole. He had paid for the cat to come do a show out in like Oakland or wherever, you know what I mean, in the Bay, and it wasn't a show. He just cashed him out to come out there just so they could let him know, hey, we know you was talking that, you know what I mean, that shit. What is it now? Yeah, so it's kind of came from. This is a part. Go ahead.
And then what they do, though, anyway, but
they just let him know. They let him go home, but they let him know it could have been bad. Don't play. You know what I'm saying? But but you know. Different strokes, different folks.
It's close. You know what I mean? If it was an anonymous, just random nigga I met online, and I actually was dumb enough to go out there by my fucking self, then I deserve it. You know what I mean? This was a special circumstance to where, I should have put my head on a little. I don't know. And I couldn't say should have, because someone asked me that before, like, do you regret any of this shit? Like, no. I mean, it's beautiful for my rap career, honestly. And the good thing that I'm a grown ass fucking man. Oh, completely cashed out.
And that's what you do.
I got paid in full.
Hey, there's too much of a paper trail. You ain't have to worry about none of that.
But I mean, but it's like it would have been a flex more for him if it was. Now this is the other crazy thing, but how the business is. You know, as actors, what we're supposed to do. Like my agents pissed at me. Like, don't even tell them, bitch, fuck you. You're supposed to go through the agent. Then the agents do the paperwork.
And they get
then
their
you
money.
Go on set, you do the whole job.
Yeah.
And then once the job is done, you get a check in the mail, da-da-da-da. That's not how today's actors work. That's not how we move. But we got a name, nigga. You're going to send me half up front. And then when I arrive, you're going to give me the rest of my shit. Okay. And then we're going to go to work. You understand me? You got some paperwork. Can I use your likeness? Yeah, you can use my likeness, nigga, but you can't put no motherfucking camera in the dressing room, you dummy. Yeah. That's why your goofy ass is in trouble behind this shit. But I'm going to keep it real nigga shit. I'm going to keep it real nigga shit.
Yeah, so I saw because like when we're getting set up, I was like, you know, where I'm playing your music or whatever, and I was like, oh, he dropped to number 4 today. I was like, let me bump this really quick, and then and there you're like, oh, you know, you put the camera in the dressing room. I'm like, well, that's illegal. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I guess you said now he's like fumbling around. I like it. Like I didn't know you rapped, and so I was like, you know, when the first song came out, I was like, oh, Omar Gooding's rapping. I was like, oh, nah, here we go. And I listened to it, I was like, oh, this guy go. You know what I'm saying? I was like,
you know, it's kind of go ahead.
I swear the second one's what got in his feelings. At first he thought it was a joke. Like the first one, like you went light on him, but the second one, you talk so bad about his teeth. You'd be like, we like you with the lisp, we like you with the pink. I was like, he hurt his feelings. And Cam's was all right because I like Cam too. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm a hip hop fan. You know what I'm saying? He don't rap like he used to rap back in the 90s. By far, not at all. You know what I'm saying? And so do you feel
I disagree. I think he raps exactly how he rapped in the 90s, and that's the fucking issue. You got to evolve with the time.
I think he rapped better.
I mean, he doesn't have bars. He doesn't have the same, I guess, lyrical content.
Yeah.
But some people just have a style. You know, I think one other thing that kind of held me back in hip hop and rap was I'm versatile as shit.
Exactly. I was going to bring that up about you.
I will adapt. Yeah,
I was going to bring that up about you.
I can rap like that. You want one of these? Let's slow it down. I got a song called Homage where I'm doing Busta Rhymes double time on that shit. Everybody's like, "Oh my god, where'd this come from?" I'm like, "Just put the beat on."
Let me tap on this, man. I heard you got like you had like a Twister style on one song you had. I heard you do an Eminem, or it's called "You Are Not Alone." You know what I'm saying? The song, I believe the song's called. I watched the video for that, man. I'm watching you do the whole stand thing, man. I'm like, really, man, you bring the acting into rapping, but it's, you know what I'm saying, because you can switch up and pretty much play any role you need to play. I peeped that about you, man. I was like, man,
that's the cool thing.
Really
hey, man, first of all, thank you for acknowledging that.
Absolutely.
And it's one of those, it's like when you write a lyric and you go, I hope they get this. I hope it comes across the right way. You know, I always tell motherfuckers there's a thin line between a bar and fucking corny. You know, sometimes you can say some shit, oh, that's dope. And you say it out loud, be like, okay, that sounds stupid. So, but some people can be confident in their shit. Me, I remember one time I was rapping with a motherfucker. Like I said, I've always been that nigga. So I was kind of saying like, yeah, nigga, how you like that? And the nigga was like, yo, you spazzing. As soon as you figure out who you really are as a rapper, you gonna be dope. And I was like, what the fuck this nigga say? But I get it now. I get what I get it now. I know exactly who I am. You know what I mean? But without going too far. Now, obviously, this fourth response, there's a little edge, there's a little anger to it.
Oski. Yeah, Oski. That should, I don't know what your rapper name is, but Oski. That's a cold. That should be your Oski. That's the killer. You know what I mean? I'm trying to tell you.
Hey, I'm telling you, it's just one of them things, my nigga. Where I'm saying to the point of what, like the evolution of Big O. You know what's funny too? They always call me Big O, right? So I started putting shit out. I put out a whole album under Big O, but motherfuckers couldn't find it. So there's like 3 other Big O's. There's a Big O character in the Eminem movie. There's motherfuckers that be like, who's the Big O? And I said, fuck that, nigga. Omar Gooding, nigga. Omar Gooding. So now as I'm branding Omar Gooding, everybody go, no, Omar Gooding. Yeah, Omar Gooding. Here go this nigga. Omar Gooding Jr. But nigga. Didn't I just say Omar Gooding, nigga? Okay, now I got to make a point and stand on this nigga head about it, And it doesn't really bother me. I mean, I get it. I love my brother, so that's fine, nigga. I get it. If you think about Cuba Jr. and then you think, oh, little brother Omar Gooding, that's fine. I have no problem with that.
Have you ever thought about starting a podcast with you and your brother?
Not me and my brother, but me and my sister. My sister does stand-up comedy, and she is crazy. She ran.
I started doing stand-up a year ago.
Yeah, no, she's crazy. Like I'm gonna go sit. Oh yeah, no. For me, it's just having the time to do it. You know what I mean? Like I can do a bunch of different shit right now. I can go on tour and do shit. I can rap. It's easy. I go to the studio, boom. That's on my own time. I can do, stand up, boom, do the show, then boom, take my ass home. I can do a movie or a TV show, and there's a time, blah. But it seems something about that podcast shit. Like you gotta, That's a big commitment there, nigga. That's like a 9 to 5, nigga. I don't know about
consistency.
9 to 5.
Hey, let me ask you, like, we appreciate you. Let me ask you, like, man, so as far as being in Hollywood, man, everybody hears about Hollywood parties, Hollywood bras, you know what I'm saying? The whole entire, you know what I'm saying? Like, so have you had, I know you've had your share, you know what I mean, Hollywood parties, you know what I mean? And I don't know if you was invited to all of them because of your affiliations, you know what I mean? Sometimes
I wish I had juicy stuff to tell you, but the thing is, I've always had my head on straight. I can party with the best of them. I've never done, I think one time I did this, just to fit the fuck in. But never have I needed any. One time, my mama, this was like, you ain't daddy, you sure daddy? We all doing it. I said, everybody's like, okay, oh, bitch, but I've never been a drug. Like my brother, y'all be like, yo, brother be wildin'. The nigga don't do hard drugs. He's just wired like that. I've had some blackout, like, you gonna talk about that? Fuck it, nigga. You said no censorship.
Talk about that shit.
I've had plenty of been out niggas. What? Yeah, nigga. What? We having a good time. We party, boom, 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 and next thing you know, I'm in the bed. Just woke up. Like I was just.
Was a broad next to you though? But was a broad next to you?
Nigga, I'm just saying. I will cut from out partying to the next morning. Now I'm like, what the fuck just happened? I'm calling niggas. What happened? Tell me what happened. I did. Everything was cool. You was cool. We almost had to kill these niggas. Your ass was talking crazy, called cousin and crippin' niggas and all this crazy shit. I was like, what? Nigga, I did? Hell no. I got the video, nigga. You want to see it? I'm like, delete it, nigga. Delete it.
Yeah, no, I've had those.
I've woken up. What I'm saying is, I've gone out of my mind with just alcohol and weed. Why the fuck would I need anything else? I don't understand it. Peer pressure has never worked.
Hollywood? Have you hit any, like, you know what I mean? Any like, you know, Instagram mile? You know, I know you married right now, right? Correct? Are you? Or are you? I don't know. Single. I don't know. I don't know your. I don't know your.
I'm giving y'all enough. Dirk. We'll say that for the part 2. So listen, sometimes you gotta space out what you give you interviewers. You can't give you everything on the first
everything. I don't want to see you on TNT tomorrow.
Nah, can't do it. Can't do it. Wait till y'all are here for the culture. Me and Glasses Malone is dropping a single next fucking week. It's go get y'all like, okay, all right, I was gonna drop it this week till this nigga came with the shirt off and the motherfucking man titties and the stomach out, nigga. And I said, no, I gotta go back in the booth real quick. Fuck that. I can't just go to For the Culture, nigga. Now we could go to For the Culture.
If he invites you on his show, would you go on the show and talk about this?
You wouldn't believe the shit that I've in the last 48 hours. It went from I'm gonna have to fight this nigga to wait a minute. There's a lot of money in this.
Oh yeah,
there is. Dog, nigga, they want me to do celebrity boxing matches.
It's the internet, man.
But I've been offered all type of shit. I don't know where his headspace is. See, I've been taking the L, like, you know, just being a man about it in a long fucking time. I can't. I did take I did have a street fight where I was mad about. Niggas was like, you was all right, nigga. You just slipped. Like, yeah, nigga, I should have fucked that slip shit, nigga. I had one. That was a fuck. I was in high school, nigga. And I remember the homie took the heat out, and I was like, oh, nigga, I was just getting started. Like, no, you wasn't, nigga. You just, sometimes you don't win them all. But it's been so long since I woke, because I remember waking up 2 days ago and my nigga was blowing me up. Nigga, 911, it's an emergency, nigga. It's over with. Cam did you greasy, nigga. It's a problem. And I was like, what, nigga, calm the fuck. Oh, he did one of them CGI. Oh, no, nigga, that's your titties, nigga. No, that's you, nigga. That's, oh, shit. Wow. And I had to take the knee and go, okay, nigga.
Hey,
all right,
that was a cold move. That was a cold move.
It was a cold ass play.
It was kind of bad, but you know what's crazy though? Like online.
Here's the crazy, but don't forget what you're gonna say. But the craziest shit about it is you got to think of what his intent was. First 2 things I want to say. For one, nothing's free, nigga. That place was packed with people, right? Yeah. If you don't know how movies work, you got cameramen, sound men, lighting, grip. You got camera crew. You got the space. You paid me up front every dime. Fly me out. I'm first class only. LA to Miami. Hotel. There's a director. There's all these motherfuckers. In on it or not, they're not doing it for free, nigga. And they were executing this shit like a movie. Yeah. If these niggas was all acting and not really in the industry, nigga, they all deserve motherfucking Oscars. You took that huge motherfucking loss and you thought you was gonna get me licking the shoe and doing all this goofy stomach flapping while I'm doing jumping down. No, nigga, you got me saying some shit, push ups. I got the bag and left, and I wish you niggas would have tried some shit and moved the fuck on. Yeah. Well, I can't understand for the life of me why this nigga would have a camera in the dressing room. Like, why was that even there?
That's wild.
You looked and said, I don't have what I could. You won. You would have absolutely won if you just said, fake movie, haha, got your stupid ass. Damn. You didn't win. I mean, you would have had to win by not paying me. But the fact that you paid me for everything cost me absolutely nothing.
That's what everyone said.
That's what I was going to say, the pay.
We would have debated that because it's like, what kind of L is that? This ain't.
That's what
I was like, no, it's not, nigga.
Hey, but you being a West Coast dude, you understand? Like sometimes it's gonna cost you when it's war, it costs. Yeah, right? What did Pac say? When I get my money right, now it's war. You know, so now I want war. Yeah. He was doing it. But I'm looking at the revolt thing. It looked like he did it all because this has been going on for a while. This has been going on for like 9 months, 7, 8, 9 months.
Our beef started in January, and then this thing we did was about 3 months ago. The titties is a little tighter now. Oh, what about?
No, what I'm saying is like just more or less the fact that he didn't have to go. He didn't have to take it to where he took it to right now. I think it was built up for the revolt thing. He did this. He got something for the whole revolt thing. He's got the CEO for a day. Not to knock him, it was a brilliant move at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying, but at the same time, your music is showing improvement.
Oh, it definitely was a plus for me too. But I think I don't know if he left off the pointing the camera at yourself and pointed with me naked, nigga, he'd have came out unscathed. Yeah. Unfortunately, and if he fucked with a lesser nigga that know how to flip shit and got actual bars.
He left the door open. He left the door open.
Why is it? Bitch, had your titties out. Yeah, no, yeah. He definitely I would say the wrong one, right one. I mean, at the end of the day, we don't have any conversations. I think we had one DM message where he said, "Oh, you fell for the bait," and he DM'd me, and I put one of them smirk faces, and then he responded, "Ha ha ha, my nigga." And I was like, "Hey, interesting."
I really
when you got online and you made the video about it, you were like, "All right, bro, you paid me for it off tops." And you were like, "Yo, is my body supposed to be? I'm an old man. I'm supposed to have man titty." I was like, "Damn," he just played it off, and I was like, and then like I was saying, I
cried in the car. I didn't do a full cry. I was like, "Nigga." That nigga got me there. I was held my own, like one of the pinky niggas. But it was, anytime as a man, if you was caught off guard or surprised, you like, oh shit, I gotta be all right. I ain't gonna lie, we gonna make sure everything is correct. Y'all niggas send me a deposit. I'm like, let me see a camera up in the hop out from there. It's fake, nigga. Nigga, turn around, nigga. Like, you know what I mean? I'll always be looking over my shoulder, nigga. But it was good. Though. It was good though. It was good. But you'd be surprised the shit that's come from this shit. So we'll see, man. Hopefully, nigga, you look at this shit and go, damn, we can do some other shit that'll be real crazy. If you just look for ratings, my nigga, it's a lot of smart business shit we can do from this.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for too.
Well, you already showed you got bars, right? And you got paid for it.
I'm glad you kept it on wax. You know what I'm saying? And like you got the upper hand on them.
And that's why I keep saying to my niggas, because my niggas like I talk to you about who it is. He must be standing around watching and going, yeah. What I say this is between me and him. When I say that, I mean let me handle it. Like when the shit happened, I was like, just give me 2 days. There's a lot going on. I got my kid. I'm young. I'm not in the street. People be like, ooh, if I was who I used to be. No, literally, like I started having kids late. I'm 48. Yeah. My oldest is 8. Nigga. My youngest is 5. Like, I got that type of shit to think about, right? But at the same time, it was just them preoccupying me. But I'm like, nigga, don't worry. I got this. Just give me the booth. Give me a couple minutes to myself. And then let's go in and then we're going to kick their motherfucking ass. Trust me. Now they're looking at me like, okay, you got that shit. Everybody want to do responses. Oh, I got a song, nigga. Jump on. You know how many songs I got on my DMs, nigga? You got to hop in this. We going to go there. I was like, y'all ain't going to do shit. Because what I don't want y'all to do is turn this into something that it ain't or doesn't have to be. Yeah. We don't want it to have to be.
You travel. A lot of other people are not traveling outside the city. They're not ever leaving the city.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like you ain't going nowhere, bro. I'm about to be over here, and I'm by myself. I can't bring y'all all with me. Not every time.
And again, I got to drive this point home. I don't travel by myself all the time, unless I go to some place trusted. This was a borderline here. And
even if it was definitely,
I said my glass, I was saying, it was definitely a learning fucking lesson. You think you know somebody, you cool. He's like, yeah, I got you. You don't need security. That's all. What do you mean I don't need security? Why would you even say some shit like that? I didn't think I did need security. You know what I mean?
Oski. They told me one time I went to Brazil. You know what I'm saying? They was like, hey, bring all your jewelry with you. I said, what for?
Bring all your shit.
Yeah, you feel me? I'm like, it's okay to bring. I said, oh, yeah, that's not gonna work. That's not gonna work for me, man.
Matter of fact, Brazil, I can't make it, player. Yeah.
Hey, say, man, let me know. We go out the country all the time on this show, man. Let me know.
That's on my list.
We'll put it together for you, man. Let us know.
Go to Brazil without. Matter of fact, if you let Cameron know now, he'll pay for it.
Hey, we probably gonna head to Columbia soon, man.
Columbia, man. Tell him right now, nigga. He'll pay for it. Get me out there. No. But
we might bring you with us, man. If you're really serious, man. Say, come on, man.
I gotta go. I turn 50 in a year, man. That's my target destination. Okay. Or the DR. We'll see. We'll talk about my marital status on the next one.
All right.
All right. We gotta get you here on the Friday Fix too. On Friday. We was trying to do it with you live. You know what I'm saying? We live. We got a whole audience.
Is it 5?
Yeah.
Is it 5?
That's 4 over here.
We do appreciate you, man. You know what I'm saying? For your time and everything like that. We definitely appreciate you hopping on with us, man. You know what I mean?
I got more shit, man. I definitely want to tap back in with y'all. I do love y'all vibe and shit, man. I want to my album's dropping 2 days before my birthday, and it's kind of interesting. I want to see where people put me in. Like, oh, nigga, the whole album gonna be about Cameron, nigga. No, it's not.
It ain't gotta be. You got bars, bro.
I got all type of shit, nigga.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
And it's definitely for the culture, man. I'm not gonna put nothing out just because I can. Like, oh, you can rap, so just do a dumbass song or do a feature with some niggas that's trash, nigga. No. If the shit ain't, if you see Omar Gooding on that motherfucker, then it's probably like that, man. But I fuck with y'all, man. I appreciate you.
And when you do your videos, man.
Yeah,
I saw the one you did. You had Weaver in there. You know what I'm saying? I saw make them like movies, bro. You really can do both sides of it, man. Make them like little miniature movies. You know what I'm saying? Like and really, make it into something. I
had to grow up into that. Yeah, and that's the other thing too. I mean, if we had 2 hours, we could talk about everything in depth. But it's true. It's like that was my evolution. Kind of like how Baby Boy, I said, I had it this way. They're like, no, get it. Boom. Now you here. I know when I step on the stage and I do comedy, I got jokes, easy work. But I can also, I'm an actor. Act the shit out. I can take my time. No timing. Use your timing. If I'm a rapper, same shit. I got bars. All right, you got bars, but use your delivery. Nigga, act the shit out. Boom, boom. They're giving me so many ideas about teeth and pink and all type of shit they want me to do in these videos. So I'm like, nigga, settle down. I get it, though. But you got to use all that because that's what we want. We want to be entertained at the end of the day. So
absolutely, man.
We're going to keep this shit hip-hop. We're going to stay entertaining, man.
It'll take them to that next level to make them say, now listen to me do this. You know what I'm saying? They're going to watch you first, then they're going to listen to you next. Because that's what we used to doing is watching. You feel me, man? So definitely, man, we appreciate you, man, popping in with us, man. This has been epic for us, man. We definitely gonna have you back, man. Please come back, and we taking you with us to Columbia. You think we playing games? We're gonna cash out keys. You gonna be all right. We're gonna take care of you. Know what I'm saying? Come.
As long as you pay me up front, let's go, nigga.
We got you. You know what I'm saying? Hey, hold on. We might get the ticket. We might get the ticket, nigga. Get the ticket in the room. You with us? You know what I'm saying? Everything else, you good. You know what I'm saying? We in Columbia. At the end of the day, you know what time it is. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, thank you very much for your time, man. I'm definitely this is the Friday Fix, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm Wesley.
I'm D-Mac, Omar Gooding in the building, LT Kilo Keys. We're gonna see you guys next time.